So this play we're going to look at is something that I really like, and it's out of Gun Bunch Week out of the New York Jets playbook, and it's called Jet Dig. So I'm just going to come out and say a dime, 2 men under. Okay, so there's a couple things that we like about this play. With X, we can do whatever we want. It doesn't really matter. We've got LB running on a nice flat route, especially versus man-to-man. And so what we do is we put Y on a streak, A on a drag, and B on an outside slant. Now I will say that you can flip this, but I like to do this on the hash mark. I like to have my bunch players over here on the short side of the field. So you can flip it, no problem. Just do the same setup. The reason I like the play is because it has man beaters and zone beaters, and it also makes the defense have to really respect every area. They have to respect LB, they have to respect Y, they have to respect A, and they have to respect B. So on this play, the thing that I like to do the most is motion Coulson out, and what this is going to do is it's going to tell if it's man or zone. When you run this enough times, what people are going to do is they're going to try and confuse you. Now, we can tell that it's man-to-man based on the way that the players are lined up. But in the history of me running this play, a lot of people try and switch man or zone at the last second when they come to the line. And they see that you're in a bunch formation, so they know that you can tell that it's man-to-man when you're playing good defenses. So they like to make some adjustments. So what I like to do, just to make sure, is motion Coulson out. And when it's man-to-man, I've got this player wide open. Now, if the defense likes to switch it up and say go to a cover 3, what I like to do is do the same setup. It's always the same setup, and you're motioning this player to find out which player you're going to go to. So now I'm going to have to wait an extra second. It's a cover 3. My player gets downfield, easy catch. Even though that zone defender was there, they don't really react very well this year. So it's easy to make that play. You just got to be patient. I see that it's man-to-man. I hit my A wide receiver on the drag. Drags absolutely kill man-to-man. And the fact that we put Y on the streak, what that does is it runs interference for that drag to help come open even more. As you can see right there, that player is all bunched up. He's got nowhere to go. He runs into them, making A even more wide open. So let's say we come in and we do, let's just say a cover 2. Same setup. B on the outside. We got the slant out. He gets in past him. Easy catch. Easy, easy, easy catch. Now, when the defense is covering all this, they don't know what to cover really. So that's why it makes it easy to really pick your opponent apart. And the motion is really helping us tell, right off the bat, immediately who we're going to throw to. So lots of different options. And the next option that I'm going to show is actually the running back route. So what we want to do is we want to do the same setup. And so we're looking at the defense. And what I see here is the fact that this player over here is hanging out. So if he was over the running back would be my read, if it's man-to-man. It's all going to depend on, of course, when I motion my B receiver, whether it's man or zone. But I get a good sense it's going to be man-to-man because of the alignment right now. But with this player hanging out over here, I don't want to throw to A because it's predictable now. I've been running this a while. He's starting to catch on. Maybe he knows that when it's man-to-man, I like to hit A. So I do the same setup. The only difference is I put X on the drag. So I motion him out. It's man-to-man. He's like, oh, I'm going to cover A, I'm going to cover A. And then essentially you run a mesh and you pick up a nice 5 yards. Let's try it one more time. Motion him out. He's user in the defense. A is wide open, but you know what? So is X. So it's almost like running snug split mesh, but still really nice against man-to-man. So let's say they come out in a nickel, 3-4, whatever it is that they want to come out in, and this player's over the running back. Well, instead of putting X on a drag, I want to put X on a streak, do the same setup otherwise, and I know that I'm going to hit LB for the nice catch. because the flat routes are just really effective, and he even breaks a tackle. You know, I even would have had 5 yards, but with a broken tackle, you're gone. So we've got X on a drag if there's somebody in the flat. If not, we got LB. We got A versus man-to-man, and we've got B versus zone. Lots of different options. The defense can't possibly keep up with all those different routes that you're throwing at them. So again, MaddenFreestyle.com.